Greetings everyone and welcome back to Draven's continuing adventures into the Iliac Bay. In the last video, Sir Kenric died on us on the assault on Castle Daggerfall in search for the Totem, and as we delved deeper into the dungeons of Castle Daggerfall, we found a Nordic female warrior, a shield maiden if you'd rather call her that, to assist us in our journey. So we kind of got lost in searching for the totem, and after a refresher, I realized I didn't explore over here. I don't think I did. We sort of just pacified this barbarian, and we went through that western door. So let's get some rest here. Did we go through here? No, there's not even... Okay, so it's just warriors. We pacified another warrior. No, he doesn't want to follow us. Let's go through this. Wow, okay. Didn't I say it? Ooh! Okay, I didn't mean to fall from that height. We were likely missing something that was in our face the entire time, right? We kept going back and forth, back and forth. Hold on, we gotta save Frigga. Frigga, why don't you fight back? Let's get the gold. Okay, so there has to be like a puzzle here, right? 420 gold pieces, not too bad. I'm a bit intimidated here. I'm actually a bit speechless because... No! Frigga! I knew I shouldn't have casted spells. I think Draven might be the primary cause of... Ooh, a Daedric Claymore. Let's get a hold of that. With the death of his companions. How did I miss this last video? Right? I think we... Man, poor Frigga, but I think perhaps I ran in circles too much? I don't know. But I know there has to be a puzzle here. Right? Let's not go too far. Let's see what the spell sword has. Some food rations. We'll take it. A map to where? Location of Yagrugoth. I kind of like the name of that. Okay, so... What? Is there switches somewhere? He did not die from that? He's pretty resilient, right? Okay, so we pacified her. No, we'll leave her alone. No, that's not a switch. I was clicking it to see if it was a switch. Secret door? No, I think we're gonna have to go through this this passageway. Take the gold. It seems like there was a battle that went on here. Slaughterfish and some warriors. A successful backstab. I did not really expect that. Ooh! What damaged us there? It didn't do a lot, but it still damaged us. It kind of weirded me out. Okay. Should we take the slaughterfish meat? It's smelly and raw. I think we're just gonna leave it. I don't think that's something Draven would want to touch. Man, so are there switches somewhere? Huh, we may just be forced to delve deep, right? Okay, so we went here. Let's get some rest. let's cast levitate. Use some water breathing. That's an ice atronach. Is it? I believe it is. Yeah, it's an ice atronach. Okay, so that's one switch. Okay, so I was correct. Is the water cold? Okay, so then there has to be another switch. Oh, good God. We're trapped down here. This is, making Draven just a little nervous. There we go. Too intense. The cold is seeping into his bones. This is not good. There has to be another switch here, right? Or an alternative exit. Nothing. Okay, so what do we do now? Do we... Is there a switch here? Do we recall back? We may have to recall here. Alright, so... Yeah, I know who this is. That's... Draven hates to steal your bed, but, we have a duty to the Emperor. Alright, so let's go back. Right, it wasn't that much of a trek from where we were. Or maybe it was, but I think, like, there was no switch down there. If not, then we may have tarnished our opportunity to get to the second switch. Well, hold on. This wasn't the, This wasn't the second, room. No, this wasn't the room at all. Right? Yeah. So, hold on. Yeah, let's go back. You can cast spells all day, but we're not gonna bother with them. I believe we're heading to the right direction as of right now. Yes, we are. Okay. Perfect. I was getting just a little bit worried. Right, he's pacified as well. So, now that it's open, let's cast Recall right here. Right, and we could sort of make our way inside. Or back outside. Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of jewelry here. We're stealing from Castle Daggerfall. But you know what? Draven's loyalties... Are they to Castle Daggerfall? We found the totem. That's the totem. Beautiful. I believe there's other switches here that, from what I recall, a voice in your head intones.
You are Sir Draven Silverblood. You are my new host. Know this now and resolutely. You are not worthy to carry the totem of Tiber Septim. Only those of his bloodline may carry me. I will give you a year and a day to accomplish this. Right, so... I'm really speechless as of right now. Because... everything happens so fast, and this is an assassin. Yeah, let's... Alright, so let's get out of here. The reason I'm speechless is because everything just kind of happened so quickly. The totem was right there the entire time. I didn't really need to go very far from this situation. I mean, I wasted an entire video looking for the stupid totem. But I think it might have just been one of those things where, like I always say, sometimes Daggerfall dungeons almost need, like... well, maybe not the dungeon itself, but you as the player need, you know, just a little bit of fresh air. You know, get out of the dusty dungeon, clear your mind, drink a cup of coffee, and then head back into it. But, so we have a decision now. And the decision is, who are we going to give the totem to? Now, I have a few reservations. Or I should say, Draven has some reservations. We're loyal to the Emperor, right? Draven's entire mission was his loyalty to the Emperor. However, he is also a hero, right? He's a hero. He's noble. He's a knight, and he may take that, you know, that oath as a knight to defend the, you know, the poor, the helpless, the needy, the unjust, you know, people who are being treated unjustly. He may take that and give it to the orcs, right? Because judging from the situation, the orcs are not considered citizens of the Empire yet around, you know, this time frame of Daggerfall. So he may, within reason, with an honorable reason, want to give the totem to the orcs. Right? I believe that's how it goes. We give the totem to a political faction, and, you know, they'll be granted citizenship. But, yeah, we kind of have a bit to think about. We're not going to end the video yet. It's way too soon. I will never do a 13-minute video. But, because I believe that's how long we've been playing for. Perhaps I'm going to travel abroad, right, to the Rothgarian Mountains. Deposit this letter. Let's see what we have going on right now. For now, we could put away... I actually want to use the Daedric Claymore. Right? For now, I actually want to go two-handed. Where is it? So the conditions used. That's new. I guess for now we'll stick with weapon and shield. We'll fix the Claymore later on if it isn't too costly. So let's go to the market square. I need to head into an inn. Food, ramen, steak. I said ramen. Salmon, steak, supreme, and some mint tea for Draven to, you know, calm his nerves a little bit after the events of in the castle. Not only did Frigga died, but so did Kenrick. So he's lost 2 companions. Not that he's known them very long, but, you know, he must lament, he has to have his sorrows. So I think what we could do is head out of province, right? Probably to the Rothgarian Mountains. We need to get a letter
That I know. What's their temples? Because I've been neglecting my, my duties to Mara. Let's see. Anti-Claire, the Sacred Tree of Mara. It'll take us 6 days. A letter floats through the air toward you. Strangely, nobody else seems to notice it. The letter tucks itself into your pack. A heavily cloaked figure shuffles toward you. As you prepare to defend yourself, a gnarled green hand shoots forth with a letter. Stunned, you do nothing as the figure shuffles away. Alright, so immediately we're getting letters, right? Immediately the political factions are aware that Draven has discovered the totem. The Underking. Sir Draven Silverblood. Centuries ago, Tiber Septim ruled the land and forged an empire with great Numidium. The secret of Numidium's power lies in its heart, carried within the Mantella. It is the heart of Tiber Septim's battle age. It is my heart. It is my Mantella. It is my totem. It belongs to me and to none other. I have won and lost an empire. I have no desire to tamper further with mortal affairs. I have in my possession the Necromancer's Amulet, one of the world's greatest artifacts. You may have it in exchange for the totem. My most loyal agent will await your arrival in Charton of Daggerfall at the Temple of Kinnereth, the Underking. I don't exactly recall what the Necromancer's Amulet does. I don't know if it's like some sort of black magic, but that's not something we'd want to do. But we have a letter from Gortwog, Warlord and King. Sir Draven Silverblood, you're not orcish. How could you possibly understand what it is like? My people are treated like barbarians, slaughtered upon sight. Is it so unusual that we respond in kind? Violence begets violence. I aspire to raise my race from the mire. I will bring them to equal standing with the other races of Tamriel. To do this, I must have the totem of Tiber Septim. I will not insult you by promises that no blood will be shed. I do swear by my crown and by my heirs, I shall not attempt to hold sway beyond the borders of Orsinium. My goal is not to conquer Tamriel, but to create the Orcish homeland. I am in possession of an artifact that I am sure you would want to possess. It is yours if you but give me the totem of Tiber Septim. Gortwog, Warlord and King. Now, I remember Gortwog gives you Chrysamere, right? The Paladin's Blade. That will be tremendously helpful to Draven. So I'm kind of torn, right? Can we give it to Lady Brisenia, like, so she could deliver the totem to the Emperor? I'm just more concerned on what Draven would do here, right? He's kind of torn with helping oppressed people, but he's also torn with his duties to the Emperor. So this is something we gotta, figure out. I don't think there's a time limit here. I have a year. Alright, it seems, before the totem vanishes. Maybe we could get a quest here. A haunted house? Seems simple enough. A house over in Bergwald is being haunted by some sort of undead. We need someone to exorcise the spirit. Are you up for it? It pays 434 gold pieces. Yes. Remember, if the haunt is too tough for you to handle yourself, just get out of there. No one will blame you for saving your skin. The place is called the Hearthton Residence, and it's in Bergwald. You have 5 days, or we send someone else out to do the job. That's easy enough for Draven. Let's pass anchor here, and we'll go to Bergwald. I think we're supposed to get more letters, so I'm not in a rush to, gallivant to do anything too intense. Go on a quest or that sort of thing. Because I believe we get 6 letters or so. So I'm not sure where the other letters are yet. Maybe we need to travel for a few more days or
something of that nature. The Hearthton residence. Okay, so she doesn't want to tell us. What about these performing bards? The Order of the Raven and the Bards are both enemies of the Knights of the Hawk. What can I do to help you? That's kind of interesting. Go southeast with a bit of a walk. Just point it out for Draven. There we go. Alright, so we have to go all the way east. I believe the Order of the Raven is an anti-clear, right? Now, we have ignored them for quite a bit. Let's check our affiliation with them. It's still pretty high. It's just we ignore the Mages Guild and the Temple of Mara quite a bit. I don't know why. I'm not overly fond of the Mages Guild in Daggerfall. Maybe, I haven't given them a fair shot. But I always ignored them each playthrough. I really enjoyed the Mages Guild in Morrowind. But not so much in Daggerfall. I enjoyed them in Oblivion as well. And Skyrim, I know they were replaced with College Winterhold. It was neither here nor there. Okay, so this is the Hearthton residence. So we're probably just dealing with a standard ghost, right? This shouldn't be too intense for Draven to handle. I mean, he's done quite a bit already. Yeah. So he's behind this wall, which is one of those annoying Daggerfall things. I am the ancestor of the builder of this house. It now belongs to the dead. Let all living creatures shun this place. And I think that was just about it, right? Yep. Potion of water breathing. That's gonna come in handy. No, we don't want to dig through people's private possessions. Good day to you, sir. Alright, well, we're just gonna... Let's go back. So the haunt is no more. I will burn incense at the altar for its spirit. Here's your temple fee. Fantastic. Let's make a temple donation of 1,000 gold. Thank you for your donation. Perhaps Mara will look more kindly on your transgressions in the future. I mean, we're here to worship Mara, right? Draven's imperialized. He wouldn't worship Azura, or at least in this time frame, right? The tribunal are still around. So he's definitely not going to worship Vivek or Almalexia or any of those. He's very imperialistic. And he's definitely a follower of like the Nine Divines and so forth. Alright, so I think we actually need a bit more time, right, to get more letters. So what do we do? Do we travel for 6 days or so forth? What if I head to the Rothgarian Mountains now? I'm gonna save the totem. And I might end this video a bit sooner. Simply to think this through, because I don't want to... I'm also waiting for confirmation, right? From these other letters. I know I'm supposed to get more. I'm going to go to Rothgarian Mountains to deposit all these letters of credit I have saved up. Okay, you see, I knew it. A cheerful young woman hands you a letter and then walks away whistling. A hand grips your wrist from behind, spinning you open your mouth to shout for the guards. A skeletal hand stuffs a letter into your mouth. The heavily robed skeleton releases your wrist and turns away unnoticed by other passerbys. A page dressed in the livery of sentinel hands you a letter and silently walks away. Okay, so, you know, we had a skeleton, a red guard, and just a young lady all hand us a letter at the same time. That's pretty interesting. Let's see, Lady Brisenia. Sir Draven Silverblood, if you are reading this, you must have gotten the totem and escaped from the dungeons of Castle Daggerfall. I am in Hawkham Manor of Daggerfall at the Wixton residence. Bring the totem there as soon as possible. King of Worms. Sir Draven Silverblood, You will soon have the Totem of Tiber Septim in your hands. It is foreseen in the stars, and I have read them. Know you this, all of mortal stature are filled with pride and greed. To give the totem to any of them is to let loose mortal vanity upon this world. They will destroy the very thing they covet. I have no earthly desires. I have no mortal pride, no petty greed. Only one such as I can wield the totem safely, for I would take it into the Aetherius and leave behind this earthly shell. So long as the totem exists, it is a danger to all on Tamriel. Bring me the totem, and I will safeguard the world. I will not offer you gold or gems. I will offer you what only I can give, fame. Your reputation throughout Tamriel will soar. King of Worms, the Queen of Sentinel. Now, I don't trust... I love the Red Guards, but I don't trust the Queen of Sentinel. Not for 2 seconds. She's not even a debate. Neither is the King of Worms. I don't trust him at all, but... So we're either going to give it to Brezenia or the Orcs. Not that the Orcs have done much, but I understand, you know, where they're coming from. Sir Draven Silverblood, you're on a quest to retrieve the Totem of Tiber Septim. Do not deny it. My spies have confirmed this. The totem is not for commoners, and you cannot use it. Bring the totem to me, and I will pay you 100,000 gold pieces. It is a king's ransom by any measure. You should be warned, neither Wayrest nor Daggerfall are loyal to the throne. I am the only regent on the Iliac Bay that can be trusted. The others will only use it to destroy me. Now, I don't know about that, right? Are the people of Sentinel forebears? Because I know there's, like, complex, political sort of machinations between the crowns and the forebears. I know some Redguard cities and settlements, they're very anti-imperial, and then I know there's like forebear settlements where they're like very pro-imperial, and you know, they might not have a problem with anything that's going on. And Draven obviously is in league with the Empire, right? He's loyal to the Emperor. And the Red Guards aren't really suffering. If anything, they're adding to the suffering of the Orcs. So, it's either between Brezenia or the Orcs. But for now, that will be something that will be, you know, covered in the next video when I have a solid idea of what Draven will do. Once we decide. But for now, let's just go to the bank. She pointed it out, and it's in the market square. I don't even think we have enough to buy a home, really. Alright, not even a small one. Banking. Letter of credit deposit. Yeah, we have a lot of gold here. Did I accidentally withdraw? What did I do here? No, actually, no. Okay, I misread this. I misread this as account. For some reason, I saw the account go negative, but this is the account. Okay, so it's nice to know I'm going blind. We don't have a lot of gold in our inventory right now, which is not the best idea. How much are we carrying in the wagon? That actually should be good enough, right? Yeah, 5,000 gold pieces. Alright, so let me save. We have the totem. And, we have a big decision to make in the next video. Because I know after this, we're gonna have to tackle the final dungeon. So I think for this video, I didn't have much to say. I just was kind of overwhelmed through all of it. But, definitely in the next video of Draven's continuing adventures into Daggerfall, we're going to decide on who gets the totem. And it's either going to be the Orcs or Brezenia. I think we're missing one more letter. I think it's from Castle Daggerfall. But they can't be trusted. Neither can Wayrest. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will definitely return with another video in Draven's continuing adventures in the Iliac Bay.